coming up on Tea with P.
I want to do a 1 gram dab though.
I don't blame,
I just want to do it.
Yeah, I don't blame you actually, to be honest, because like on it, I did it now that I know that I won't do it again. That kind of thing, you know, and I did it to know that I probably won't do it again.
Yeah, I had a pretty big harvest. I am actually really happy with my return. On my one hazy grow plant, I have over like 80 grams of live rosin off one plant. That's pretty good. 80 grams. Just bend it over.
Just bend it over. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna watch it. I might watch that for the 3 minutes that it lasts. Are you looking for supplemental lighting? Well, Spider Farmer's got you covered with the new Glow R80 Deep Red Spectrum 660 nanometer supplemental LED grow light. The SF Glow 480 Deep Red Spectrum supplemental LED is perfect for enhancing photosynthesis in plants during flowering and fruiting, promoting robust growth. With features like the IP65 waterproof transparent lampshade, the digital programmable timer, and daisy chain design, users can effortlessly connect and optimize installations for maximum yield of flowering buds and crops. Only $92.99. If you'd like to check this light out, go to spider-farmer.com. Use promo code PIGEONS420, save a few dollars off at checkout, and thanks Spider for being a sponsor of today's video. This stream is also brought to you by AC Infinity. AC Infinity has got a quality name when it comes to products for your garden. Whether it's an inline fan or the Controller Pro 69, they've got you covered. They've got a controller that's going to communicate between all of their devices. From the humidifier to the clip-on fans, regulate everything accurately with the Controller Pro 69. If you go to acinfinity.com, use promo code PIGEONS420, you can get some quality equipment for a quality price. Get the equipment that your plants are going to need and grow some incredible dank. Thank you, AC Infinity, for sponsoring today's live stream. Thank you for coming back on, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it. I remember last time it was one of your first, so it was hard. When doing a live show, man, you gotta like have everything set up and dialed in. It just takes some time to get that way.
It does. But we're more dialed in now than we've ever been. And perfect. I felt bad because I had you on. You were like, I believe my third guest and fourth, and we did not have things figured out yet. And I couldn't even post the episode because the audio was just so bad. So I felt horrible. So
hey, man,
we had to make up.
It happens when you're live.
It does.
I forgot though. Are we allowed to speak on this show?
Yes, you can. I'm gonna do my best to kind of edit it out as best you can. This view, it's funny because when you say that within the first few seconds, I swear YouTube's like, oh. Done. He's gonna be fucking. He's done.
Because I said that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No,
see, I don't know the words I shouldn't use and not shouldn't use.
Bro, I swear they change every day anyway. It doesn't even matter. No, man. Enjoy yourself. Let's have fun. We're gonna have a great conversation. I'm stoked. I first thing I want to get into is I guess what are you
on? Right now I'm working on some banana jealousy. It's actually some live rosin that I pressed and grew. Yes. So it's all single source stuff that I made. So yeah, that's what I'm working on, man, right now. I have a nice little jar of it right here.
Let's go, man. I watched you pressing. I don't know if
you can see that. Oh, the camera's probably a
little over.
It's probably a little sketchy.
I watched you press that. That's the stuff from Instagram, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on, baby. This camera's pretty good, but the light. There we go.
There you go. I find
for a minute.
Put the rosin in front of your face, because it's like when you hold it up in the camera.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. No, put it and then put it up to the camera, and then just put behind your face. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I learned that when I'm streaming that
man, you're smart. I just learned something. Thank you.
The autofocus is trying to grab your face. So when you hold it like this, is you're trying to look at the camera. Because you want to see what, yeah. But there we go. We both
perfect.
And yeah, you press that on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I think I pressed that one on Instagram. This one I would have probably did like half a month ago. So that was my first press I've ever done. I think that one. So yeah, that's been
Bro,
curing for a little while now. And then
that
I did
came out
another
really
one.
well.
I've done a few presses now. My whole last run I pressed. So that's what I'm getting into. I'm just getting into like making hash, and that's my new hobby pretty much in this industry is just making hash. That's what I'm into now.
Yes. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And like, like, are you satisfied with the return? Because you had a huge
Oh,
harvest.
yeah, I had a pretty big harvest. I am actually really happy with my return. On my one hazy grow plant, I have over like 80 grams of live rosin off one plant. That's pretty good, 80 grams.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, that is awesome. It was a huge plant though. That was my big, like it was over a pound. That plant, it was a monster. So obviously I'm gonna get a lot, but I'm happy with the return on. Actually, do you know what? I'm happy with the return on all of the plants. Overall, like I kind of aimed for plants that are made for producing like extracts and rosin, trichome production. That's what I'm growing now. So when I pick my strains, I'm reading up like, is this thing gonna be good for extractions? You know, that's what I'm into. So I gotta grow that stuff.
That's smart. That's smart, man. Because like I wanted to get into the extractions. Um, however, I couldn't get over like I was doing BHO huge for a while and like I perfected it in my opinion anyways, but the problem is I smoked so much butane to figure it
Mm,
out that that was a real disservice to my brain cells. And
yeah.
so I don't even like I now stand by the product that I can make with BHO. However, getting to that point was pretty detrimental to my health. So I
Hmm.
just don't advertise it, or I don't advertise. I don't recommend people just get into home extraction like that in BHO. I think pressing it
Yeah.
is the way to go. That is the way to go.
Yeah. That's how I feel. Like for sure, all I do is using like ice water, knock off the trichomes, and I just collect that and dry it, and I just press it. Really, so yeah, it's the best way. Solventless. It's so fresh, and pretty much this taste and smell is just like how the plant. Okay, you know when you like smell a plant in your room, like you can kind of taste that smell. You kind of know what it's gonna kind of taste like in a way, just from that potent smell late in flower. So this thing pretty much tastes just like how it smelled. It's crazy, actually.
I love that. That's probably one of probably one of the best aspects of doing concentrate is really getting those terps out, man. Because like, whoa, it's just such an incredible sensation just experiencing the plant on that level. That's why now I love GMO. GMO is probably
Hmm.
my favorite genetic. Huge shout to Swank Genetics and Chris, or sorry, Eric Nugshots, because his GMO from Cali, that outdoor. Oh my
Yeah, I
god, man,
know.
it was
I know.
amazing. It's
It
like,
was my favorite.
yeah, blew me away. So it's like now because of those, just because those terps are just so distinguishable, GMO is hands down one of my favorites. What's one of your
Yeah.
favorites?
Um. Oh man, I don't have like too many favorites because like I just honestly like I like everything. Like I like them all, but a couple of my favorites off the top of my head is one that's called Moby Dick number two. That was from a company that Diaphragm Seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was a long time when I grew that, but I just love the structure of the plant first of all. But the trichome production, I wasn't making hash back then yet, but the taste and the trichome production on that plant was amazing. And it's different than like Moby Dick. It's called Moby Dick number two, so I guess there's a difference between the two. But uh, that's what I go for, man. I love that strain. What else? Like I always like Northern Lights. I know that's just like a kind of a staple strain, but like I grew up around Northern Lights. People grew it a lot around where I live because it's great for an outdoor plant. Awesome for mold resistant. It grew really good around where I live for a long time, so we smoked that a lot.
Yeah,
Uh,
ain't
those are.
nothing wrong with those classics, bro.
Mhm.
Like I literally am still stuck in the '90s and 2000s. And one of the my critics all the time are like, "Why are you still growing genetics from the early 2000s or the '90s?" I'm like, because we found something then. There was some good stuff. Today's all the greats of today are really just uh, lineage from the greats of the 90s, man. So it's like I'm just going to the source.
100%. I agree with you. Do you this will hear me good? All my fans turned on. Is it like really loud now, or is it okay still?
No, no, okay. You sound great. Yeah, it's awesome.
Sweet.
So one thing I want to ask you is like one that we didn't really talk about this much the last time we were together, and nobody's gonna know anyways because I didn't even post that episode, so we can talk about anything we want. When did you get into scrogging, bro? Like it's your hands down, your hands down one of the best scroggers working the net I've ever seen. When did you get into that?
And I got into scrogging when I was really young, probably like around 15 years old, 16 years old, right when I became like, probably right around near high school, grade 9 for me, when I started smoking cannabis a lot. And my mom actually used cannabis and she grew it, and she was a scrogger herself to a certain degree. So she taught me how to grow weed because she got sick of me stealing it from her. So she wanted to teach me, and then therefore she would give me some when I got finished, right? When it was all done. That's how I started, man. I was a young guy, and she would rather teach me how to like grow weed, and she'd rather me smoke weed than go and drink like a 26er whiskey per se when I was 15, 16 years old.
Can't argue with that. I think that's pretty reasonable logic.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I didn't realize, bro. I didn't realize you were a scrog, and when you were out just coming out of the womb.
Pretty much, yeah. I've been scrogging all through high school. Like I've been having a lot of actually cannabis background. Like I once got caught for trafficking cannabis. I got put away in like a little juvie jail for a couple months for trafficking cannabis. It's been a part of me for a long time, for sure. Like I said, ever since I got into high school, around 15, 16 years old, I smoke weed every single day, almost since then.
Looking at that garden behind you, if you could go back to your 17-year-old self, like how crazy would it feel to have access to this kind of stuff or to see this?
Yeah, I never thought this would happen. Like I was growing in like a little tiny crawl space underneath some stairs. Like it was like a little 3x3 area. So then like for it to become legalized, that changed my whole life, obviously. Like I was now able to like show what I do to people and share it on Facebook, and like just spread the word of scrogging in general. So yeah, like I never pictured this in my life, and I remember having people telling me like, "Man, you're never gonna fucking do anything with your life unless weed becomes legalized." And sure as shit, weed became legalized, and I'm like, "Look at me now, man!" Like I remember one of my friends saying that.
Jokes
sure, you'd never
you.
be nothing, man. Weed becomes legalized. You're such a stoner. And there it happened.
Sure enough, baby. Yeah, sure enough. Hey, consistency over time. My good friend Mr. ROBCLTV says that. Consistency over time equals results, and it's working out for you, man. You're doing some pretty incredible things. Like we were in Vegas a few months ago. Oh my God, it's already 2-3 months.
Yeah,
4
I
months,
know.
4 months, 5 months, 5 months. Time flies.
Time flies.
We pimped a grow together.
Yep.
Did we build a grow tent together? Was that you and me?
Yeah, you and I were on the same team, I think.
You, me, and
I
Dakota?
think we were on the same team. Yeah, we didn't win though.
No, well,
but they were stealing our shit. Remember they stole our posts?
They sabotaged us. You're right. That's right.
Yeah,
they sabotaged the whole time.
We can't win when they steal our like tent poles and hide them from us. So like that was kind of shitty. And then then they installed the wrong ones, and then like that was a pretty shitty moment. But
it was.
But we got it done.
It was despicable. Yeah, I remember that. It was hard to get over. No, that was actually.
I tried my first pick. You introduced me to my first pickleback.
Oh yes, that's right, bro. Mrs. P's over here clapping.
That was so fun.
Picklebacks, bro. She loves the picklebacks.
I know. Oh my God, I do too.
Man, when we go back, we're gonna slam some more picklebacks.
I'm gonna get way more than what I got last time. That's for sure. I'm gonna keep on going in that place. I can picture it in my head right now.
Yeah, I know. My kid won't be with us this time, so we'll be able to go in there and just stay in there. Just sound like a crazy man. My kid won't be with us. Yeah.
Our kid won't be with us. Man, he's a good guy. He like looked after us basically. You should bring him because like he kind of helped us out a little bit.
He did. Okay, that's fair. I don't want the world to know that, but that's fair. Oh, that's so funny, man. I also remember, man, when you and I, first of all, I'll never forget our elevator moment. But I remember when I guess that actually kind of sounded kind of gay, the way I just kind of played that off and I didn't focus it. It wasn't. Well, it might have been, but it's not what you're thinking. But anyways, We couldn't find a lighter, bro. We couldn't find a lighter.
Yeah.
We went downstairs and then we left the security, or no, we didn't leave it for him. He found it though. The joint that we left on the little thing, and the security guard found it, and we're like,
where'd we get that joint from again?
bro, those were the horrible, we were giving it away because those were the horrible joints that Joe got from, I don't know if he bought them from a dispensary or they're given to him or something.
No, I think we got them from the dispensary and we're all like, they were just nasty, right? Remember, we're like, let's just leave it here.
We're like, let's just leave it here. So we left it, and then we search for a lighter, and nobody in Vegas, people don't have lighters anymore. Everybody's vaping. Everybody's vaping.
They were looking at us like we're criminals.
You're right.
Like, ew, a lighter. Who the fuck needs a lighter these days?
Yeah,
these guys want a lighter. Like, it was weird, man. Our driver had one though.
Yeah,
our limo driver.
Yeah, because he's cool. Yep.
Yeah,
the party bus driver.
Cool.
Yeah. We were on a party bus. God, that was fun, man. That was fun. Huge shout out to ACI. Huge shout out to ACI.
Did you eat all your steak?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh my God, there's no way you did. Okay, you ate all that steak at the Golden Steer.
Yeah, I ate the whole steak.
Or did you get steak?
Yep, definitely got steak. But I did not eat the lobster because I took one bite of it and I was like, ugh, that's not the lobster that I'm used to up here.
I know.
I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all.
I wasn't a fan of the lobster.
No.
The steak was amazing. I couldn't eat my whole thing. No, I'm surprised you ate the whole fucking thing.
I'm pretty sure that I smashed it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I'm one of those guys that eats the meat first.
Me too.
Like, oh yeah. I would
have and I'm a crazy meat eater.
That was
now you're
good, making me second guess. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. Such a good meal, man. And that was at the Golden Steer in Vegas, and that's like a mob boss. God, was that not incredible, bro?
Elvis had a booth there, his own booth. He would always go there every time he's in Vegas. He'd go there every night and just pound steaks and drink.
Marilyn Monroe had a booth,
and we got to eat in like the actual mobsters like little room. Like we weren't even in the restaurant. They took us to an actual room where the mobsters all sat and ate. I mean, in the private. It was so crazy. Hey, we started smoking dabs in there.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
You know what, man? No, we didn't. No, I can't say. Is that because I can't say those words or something?
No, I'm just saying because I'm pretty sure
they're not supposed to.
I was pretty sure we weren't supposed to. Allegedly.
Oh fuck.
Allegedly.
Yeah, we definitely weren't supposed to.
Yeah. Because do you remember? Oh my God, Sydney. God, we are arguing about lobster is so funny. Do you remember the stare, bro? From like the main mob boss mom or whatever to
she came in late.
She came in and looked at us, and we were like, yeah, I think it's time to go. I think
it's time to go.
She cleared that room like I had never seen before. That like a mob boss
with eyes
does. Yeah.
She didn't have to say a word. She just saw the smoke in the haze. She just saw the hazy room. Just looked at everyone. We're all like, yeah, Bill,
we're good. Let's go. Get us out of here. Holy fuck. I was ready to fight. Oh man. Only because I was surrounded by a really tall man, and I knew I was safe. I knew I was gonna be safe.
Yeah.
No, that was a
wicked
call,
guys.
God, that was a wicked experience. Huge shout out to AC Infinity for that one, because that was over the top, amazing. The whole from top to bottom. And then I actually witnessed the smashing of a Puffco. I actually have the footage of it. You could probably find it. It's on my cloud.
That was sad, man.
It was unfortunate, but you know what? Hey, you know what? Memories were made. Memories were made, man. But another thing I wanted to dive into, bro, is you're doing a new show, man. You're doing a new show. Well, not necessarily a new show, but Scrog Nation has /Scrog School has taken its show to the AC Infinity channel. And
yeah,
man, how does that feel, bro? That's pretty awesome. That's pretty epic.
Well, yeah, it's definitely epic. It's my most views I've ever had, like live viewers. I couldn't believe it. So like the first episode, we were near the 600. I'm like, holy shit, I got like 600 people watching me. Like usually it's like 100, 150 tops, right?
Yep.
And then now it's like up. So that's pretty cool that AC Infinity allowed me to go on their platform that has a nice sized platform to let me showcase Scrog School on. And and just pick up some more people that want to learn the method and learn some techniques that I can offer them. And yeah, it's really rewarding just to see the turnout and everyone that's in there. Scrog Nation's in there in full force. A lot of people that I've previously taught over the years, and now they're already like master Scroggers themselves, so they start teaching themselves all the new Scroggers. They help me, they run my discords for me, and they just apply the techniques that I taught them through Scrog School season 1, 2, and 3. And it's just it's like a Scrog Nation working together. It's really awesome, actually.
That is awesome, bro. And to have that many active participants, bro, that's pretty epic, man. That's pretty epic. Was that like I'll be honest with you, as someone who does live shows all the time, I still get nervous, man. I get nervous, and I sweat bullets.
Yeah.
Do you get that too, or do you just?
Yeah, I get nervous before each episode, like within a half an hour before each episode, I get really nervous. I start sweating, like you said, and I pace around a little bit, and then once I start talking Scrog though, I kind of just like forget about everything, and then I get in the zone. Like I get in this zone where like I don't think anyone's watching me, and I don't feel like anyone's watching me, and I'm just speaking from what I know in my head, and I'm kind of gapped out on what's around me, kind of thing, right? And then I'll remember like, holy shit, I'm live, kind of thing. I'll go look at the screen, I'm like, wow, 600 people. Then I gotta get nervous again. But as soon as I start talking about like Scrog frames again, it all kind of goes away, and I start getting back in my zone. And so like the more that I do it, the better I get, man. So like, I'm sure you know that the more that you do this kind of stuff, the better you get. My first few episodes, I was really nervous for sure. Like the first times, just going live too in general, you never know what's gonna happen with your audio, with your videos. Like things turn off, things kick in. Like it's kind of sporadic that way. So you just gotta take it as it comes, and just keep on pushing forward. Really, if something happens during live event, you just gotta keep on going with the flow, and then don't give up, and just keep going.
Bro, you're absolutely right, man. And I have to admit, you were probably one of the most understanding guests while we were working through the audio. Like, as you're sipping your whiskey, you were just like, relax, bro. Just no worries. No worries. We're just here for a good time, man. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're good. Yeah. And I'm sitting over here playing it cool, but sweating bullets, bro. Sweating bullets.
Yeah.
I have a saying, man, that the first is the worst. Always, because like you run it, you get it, you have the idea, you want it, you want to succeed, you're excited, full of piss and vinegar, you'd think, and it's like you get out, and yeah, you're nervous, man. The quiver in your voice, the shaking, the stuttering, the inability to keep it smooth and rolling, it comes with time, and you cannot give up after that first, because that's the worst. You got to look back, reflect, what can you do to improve, and then go from there. And bro, you're a natural on the camera, man. Your ability to keep it cool allows for like me to keep it cool, and for the audience to just soak it up, because your delivery is so smooth, and you're so talented, and you're so good. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done shining your shoes here. Sorry about that.
No, I appreciate it. Like I sometimes don't see that, you know, like I try not to rewatch my episodes. I watch the first like 5 minutes and like, holy shit, that was so cool. And then I kind of like, I don't get bored, but it's just weird watching yourself. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why, because I'm always criticizing myself. Look at my gut. Look at this. Look at that. Like I gotta change that. I wonder if anyone notices that fly trap. Fuck, you know, it's little things like that. And then but yeah, I'm my own critique, you know. I'm my own person that just rips myself apart. So
yeah, bro.
Thanks. I appreciate your feedback so much. Like that is what makes me, when I do have my moments of panic attacks and shit like that during my episodes, I think like in my own head, like because you know you do it too. You probably think of miles, like you think so fast, steps ahead of what you're gonna say next. Yeah. So I just think of everyone who's giving me positive feedback, and it all just gets good, right?
Yeah, you're 100% right, man. I believe as a man, you have to be your biggest critic. You have to, because I've always told myself there is nobody that's going to be harder on me than I am on myself. There is nothing anyone's going to say to me that's going to hurt me, because I'm my biggest critic. I am harder on myself than anyone. And I think we do that so that we can hold ourselves accountable, so that we can go into tomorrow better, stronger, more coordinated, and focused on what our priorities and our goals are. And I'm on the same level. I'm on the same page. I actually don't watch my content at all. Once that final edit is done, and it's posted, and I know that it's not glitched out on YouTube, I don't watch it, because I do the exact same thing. I just spent an hour and a half, 2, 3, 4 hours just listening to myself over, and I'm already sick and tired of myself listening to the same, so it's like I don't want to watch it.
I know.
So it's published and done, baby.
Yeah, because you just start judging everything.
You do. Yeah, I do. I'm exactly the same. I'm like, the audio is horrible, even though there's probably nothing wrong with it, and no one's going to pick up on it. And you have to, though, man, because, I've been doing this since 2014. And when did you get into this?
Like right around 2020.
2020. So you're 4 years into this as well. Like you know that you have to stay fresh. You have to stay new. You have to stay on top of the game, because the young cats are hungry. They're ready. There's the content create, like the content quality of people like High Again or Dakota. This is the level of our colleagues, of our competition, if you will. And I don't see it as that, but of course it's there, because they keep the fire under our asses, bro. And I mean that in terms of, in life, you've got to try to stay ahead. And man, I know you're doing it. You're doing it with Scrog School and the garden. Look at your garden. It's remarkable. How many lights you got back there?
Right now I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4. I'm gonna have like 5 lights in here altogether when it's all said and done. I have another one hanging up beside me here soon, as soon as it gets here. So I'm gonna have 5 big LEDs in here,
constantly
pumping
growing
in this room. Yeah. Gonna be 18.6 soon. That's gonna be a lot, but luckily, like, our lights these days, they're pretty efficient, man. Like, I don't even, like, my hydro bill doesn't even go up like that much, considering what I have going on in here. So like I'm lucky that way, because man, back in the day, lights hydro was crazy.
Yeah, no kidding. And these things, imagine you were probably using HPS before.
Yeah, we were using HPS, but it was also a good thing because they would help with the heat, right? So like HPS, it does cost a lot on hydro, but it also heats your space for you in the winter, basically, except for at night when lights go out. But that saves you on the heating bill right there. So like there's pros and cons to everything. With like HPS lights are still good. Like I'd use them still if I had to. There's nothing wrong with those lights, except for like the high cost and maybe replacing the bulbs once in a while. But that's about it.
Yeah, they're great. They definitely grew some good product throughout their time. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. No doubt about
that. For sure.
It's funny that you say that, using it for the heat, because man, growing during the winter with those was so great, because it was just so warm in the basement. And it was like, yes.
Yeah.
This is the benefit. One of those benefits.
It is. Yeah, they're really nice.
So you're converting over to concentrate. I wanted to ask you this before, and I think I've seen you using it. What's your preferred method for consumption of concentrate?
I like to dab. I use the electric dab rigs right now. I have a Focus V and one of the Peak Pros. I have a glass dab rig too, like the normal torch kind, but I just don't have a torch. I have to like go buy a torch so I can start using that a bit more, and then buy I guess they call them bangers, like the mouthpiece that goes inside your dab rig. So I gotta get another banger, and then I'll start trying it that way, because a lot of people are telling me like, man, you gotta like try it with just heating up the glass and like doing a natural dab instead of these like electronic ones, like just try it the other way. So I'm gonna buy a torch and like try it that way as well. But yeah, dabs my way.
Yeah, man, I'll be straight, as someone who uses both an electronic and the Focus. Are those Puffco? Those are both Puffco?
No, the Focus V is Focus.
Is its own thing? Focus V is its own.
It's called the Carta 2. Yeah, so Focus V has the Carta 2. It's called the Carta. This is the Carta 2. They have a Carta 1 as well, and then Puffco has the Peak.
Oh,
the Peak Pro.
Peak. I knew that. Okay. Sorry, Grandpa here. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you prefer of the two? Or they?
Well, they both have their pros and cons, man. So with the Carta 2, I noticed that I get bigger clouds out of, like more vapor. It hits you harder. Like I could like take a big dab right now, cover out the whole camera with smoke or vapor, right? Yep. And then with the Peak, it's a little bit more of a smoother hit, a little bit more calmer. You're not going to get as much vapor, but you're still going to get a nice big cloud to make you cough if you want. but I just don't feel like it hits you in the face as much as the Carta does. So some people like a nice smooth, they'll get that vapor, and some people like to get smashed in the face. So I hit them on different days on how I feel.
That's fair. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
And to be straight, when it comes to the banger, man, like you are getting a much harder hit that because it's just so much more concentration. You get that banger warm. You can put whatever size dab you want in there, and then you can essentially get as much as you want through a big a hole as you want. It's not confined to just a small little heat rig and a chamber, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, because I can only load so much in here.
That's right.
I can only, and like, yeah, if I got a real glass rig, and I've always I could hit more than what I'm supposed to put in that thing sometimes. You know, I can just smash dabs.
Yeah.
So I'm getting the glass one just so I can do like 0.5 dab.
Yeah, you won't. That'll definitely knock your socks off. You probably won't even need one that high. Like I did when I hit 100 subscribers, maybe 1,000. I did the 1 gram dab. Most useless thing I've ever done. Yeah, I got cooked, but it was no different. That 1 gram dab was no different than a 1/4 gram. Like I got just as high. I got just as high.
Yeah, I know.
And it ended just in the same amount of time.
Yeah, for sure. Just like if you drink like a 26er, you're not going to get more drunk if you drink a 26 and a half. Probably you're going to be really fucking wasted off that 26er first. You're just going to keep on being drunk for longer, probably.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So like, yeah, man, I want to do a 1 gram dab though.
I don't blame,
I just want to do it.
Yeah, I don't blame you actually, to be honest, because like, I did it now that I know that I won't do it again. That kind of thing, you know, and I did it to know that I probably won't do it again. But I did it at least, and there's a video out there somewhere, or at least
I'm doing it.
Patreon.
I have enough to do it, so I'm just gonna do it just for the fun of it.
Yeah. And the hardest part is just keeping the nail or the banger, if you will, hot enough, because that's another thing with the rigs is that you put that tiny, or not tiny, but you put that hoot in there, and then when you as you're trying to take a bigger hoot, it's cooling down that little heater fast, and I don't think those little heaters can really keep up fast enough where it's like trying to pump. Good luck trying to pump a gram through one of those.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if you clog it up, that's the thing. Like if you try to hit like a big gram or something, one of these things, it actually like it can't, what you said, break it down enough, and it actually starts gumming up the electronics inside and gumming up your heater, and it all gets gross in there. So you're limited to how big of dabs you can actually hit.
There's no argument, in my opinion, that there's a place for those things. There's a place for those. Like obviously you can't always, like you just said, I don't have a torch. You can't always whip out a torch either. You can fit, if I'm not mistaken, you can fit both of those in a cup holder in your car. Yeah, I would not recommend bringing a torch, a banger, a glass piece, some water, and putting that in your, you know what I mean? So it's like, there's totally a place for those. Because how shit, we had them on the party bus, and we took it everywhere we went.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Traveling with these is easy. Like I put them on the plane, take them everywhere I want. They are glass, but like it's not like a real glass rig, but it's still breakable. As you know, we broke one at the Golden Steer there, but still. They're easy to get around, that's for sure, and they do come with a nice case. But I'm sure other dab rigs come with nice cases too. But
I don't even know.
They're just nice on the fly. No torch needed. Just need power and go.
That's it. And today you can like charge them in your car or whatever. You know what I mean? Plug it in via USB. Yeah. What are you sipping on?
Yeah, wireless charge. I'm sipping on some Crown Royal and ginger ale.
Oh yeah, very good. Yep, very good.
What are you sipping on?
Miller Lite.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I asked the questions here, Troy.
That's funny. I do though, so if you wouldn't mind, not asking.
That was so funny.
Miller Lite. I love the beer. It's one of these things I can just drink and just be fine.
Yeah, that's how I am with Crown Royal. I can just drink it and be fine.
I do the same thing with Captain Morgan's. Captain Morgan's and ginger ale is my total drink to go to, and it's just like I can do the same. Yeah, it's the same, very similar to beer.
Yeah, it is.
I should switch this up. The only reason is the reason I keep the cans is because I've got the AC Infinity koozie, and for product placement,
Yeah, I got a few of those for this summer for at the
Yeah.
cottage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that was a nice little package they gave us too. Like when we got there, like, oh man, like little cupcakes. Did you get the cupcakes with your name on them and stuff?
These we weren't going to talk about it. The cookies or the cupcakes?
Yeah, right there. You're holding them. Yeah, that's them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god, they're right there in front of my face.
Imagine that, eh? Imagine that.
Aren't those awesome?
This is a sore subject with us, Troy, because Mrs. P. There's two missing, and Mrs. P hasn't eaten either one of them. And I won't let her because I have a Pigeons logo and an ACI logo left, and I'm not gonna eat them. Did you eat yours?
I didn't eat any of mine. Are they good? Did you like it?
Oh, don't eat them, bro. They are so good. They're so good.
Mine are in the freezer. I put them in the freezer as soon as I got home.
I retract that statement. They're actually horrible. They're gross. Because you're not gonna want to eat them. That's for sure. You wouldn't enjoy them one bit.
Okay, good. I'm saving them forever.
Making the right choice.
But if
you did make the decision to eat just one or two, you would still have one of each logo left. You probably wouldn't be disappointed. Right. You probably wouldn't be disappointed. I did. I ate two, so there's actually two missing. So, but Mrs. P hasn't had any of them, and the chat was like, they're on her side. They're on her side, and they're like, she should be able to have one, and I'm like, no.
They said I should shut down.
You should let her eat the AC Infinity one.
You should give her the ACI one.
Yeah, you should.
Thank you.
Oh, and Cindy's gonna be like, give her the pigeons.
It's probably expired now, though.
Well, they're in plastic. They're in plastic, and I'm pretty sure that like the icing on these is as good as like fossils. Like it's fossilized inside the icing. Yeah. So it's really just fine.
They're kind of like McDonald's hamburgers. And last forever.
Exactly. Yeah. The salt. The salt or whatever. Lord knows the Martian juice they put in those. I have no idea.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, it was a wicked care package, bro. I got my Zippo right here.
Zippo, man. Wow, I know.
Shout out, like, first of all, like ACI is doing it right because they send me so much knick-knacky, awesome like shit. I have to put it places. You know, how do I not put a nice conveniently placed ACI logo lighter right there, or a nice conveniently placed ACI logo in the cookie right there, or a very nice conveniently, but they're killing it. And I got the water bottle over here, man, like killing it.
That water bottle's quality too. Like it's all quality shit. That's a real Zippo.
It is a real Zippo. Yep, 100%.
Name brand.
Yeah, man. It's totally wicked. Totally wicked. And I'm forced. They forced my hand. They forced my hand to just show their stuff everywhere. Not to mention that, if I may, they got the coolest stickers in the game. You're gonna say?
Did you do all the art in your room?
No. This is all fan art, to be honest with you. Aside from the Batmans. Oh no. Never mind. This is not. That's fan art. Do you want to claim this? Mrs. P did this one.
I like that one.
And then this that's fan art. That's my boy. And then I've got all the fan. Actually, I don't. Now that you say that, all the fan art is over here.
Here, I'll go to a wide shot.
Oh yeah, the fan art's up here, and then I have just random artists behind me. So I should have all the fan art behind me.
Did a fan do your Pigeons 421, the purplish one up in the top above the green screen?
Yeah.
No, this side.
That one up here. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chat can't see that one. Yeah, this was fan art, man. This was.
Fuck.
And yeah, it's a.
That's nice, man.
It's a beautiful piece.
That's nice.
Thank you. It's Hasser Owner did this one. HASR_ONER. Follow him on Instagram.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool stuff, man. It's amazing, bro. To think that somebody would spend some time creating something for you where they have to like sit and think about you for that long, you know? I just it's an incredible feeling, man.
It is. I had a few people make me like cool like NortherScrogger logos that are like metal and steel and like just kind of really cool laser cuts and stuff like that, and like they sent me bongs with like NortherScrogger engraved into it.
Oh, get out!
Little cool things like that. Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, that's so awesome.
Yeah. Did you smoke? Do you smoke out of it? Did you smoke out of it?
Yeah, I smoke I smoke bongs once in a while. I put it away now for
Yeah.
I go through phases. Like I'll like get back into bongs here probably in a couple, I say like a year, and then I'll smoke bongs for a month, then I'll get back into dabs, and then I'll smoking blunts again. Like I go through phases. It's
Really,
kind of
eh?
weird.
That is kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's weird. Maybe it's manly. But who am I to judge? Yeah,
I just feel like I
bong
get
all the time.
immune to dabs, right? I get used to it
100%,
so much,
100%.
then I'll smoke a bong and I get baked. Holy fuck!
Bro.
I get so high at the bong.
Yep.
It's switching.
Yep. I do the same thing. Like I've got dabs. I when I went to Vegas, Swank hit us up with like 10 grams of some incredible genetics, or not genetics. Sorry, rosin, and
Yeah.
it was incredible stuff, bro. And I've still got most of it because I can only hit dabs for so long because I'm the same way. It's like I feel like I just get immune. It's a different dose. It's a different high. Whereas like the bong for me, it's like I just need that. I need that kick in the face, bro.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time.
That's why I find like I'm packing like bigger dabs as I'm starting to take like bigger hits and as I go, because I am slowly getting immune to this now, and I'm not using that little rice sized piece anymore. I'm using like fucking 4 rice sized pieces, and plus I have like abundance of it, so I make my own. And then
Smart. Yeah, I having the abundance definitely helps.
Mhm.
On both
Mhm.
sides, whether it's the flour or
It's expensive.
Oh yeah,
Expensive.
to buy it, yeah, right.
Yeah,
what
that's what I was doing. I was buying it for like probably a good 6 months. I was buying it like, and I was spending at least $150 a week, at least, easy, like just on
Phew.
bubble hash,
Yep.
live rosin, and it was shit. It was garbage.
Yeah, that sucks,
Like
bro.
I'd open it and be like, oh my god, and right at the end of my journey of buying it in dispensaries, I finally found one that was good, a good company. I'm like, wow, this is the one. And then now I make my own, so I don't have to use it anymore. But if I ever go back, I know which one I want. So
Yeah, right. Smart. I see. The thing is I have no problem supporting the legal market. It's just the problem is the consistency in the price, hands down.
yeah, I know.
So like we have, like I'm sure you have moms, right?
No, is that like a dispensary?
It's like it's mail order marijuana, mom.
Oh, yeah.
And quite frankly, allegedly, according to Google, that's way better, bro. It's way better because there's no hands in between, man. There's no hands in between, and generally it's coming from one place, and it's not bad. And I don't mind. Again, I guess when I was referring to the legal market, it was the gray market. But it's like the variety is king, right? So I don't mind trying something new, trying something that's going around, something that's hot, particularly before I take it into the garden. So it's like I have no problem. I have no problem going to the legal market.
You're right. I never tried ordering it from the mail. I should have I had a few people tell me I should have done that, and I just never got around to it because what happens to me is I'll smoke my last dab, like fuck, I need some now.
Yeah,
and I would
2 days,
I would just
bro.
drive over there.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. 2 days you can get it, but
it's allegedly so much cheaper too in the mail,
bro.
You can get it for a lot cheaper,
bro. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I'll show you. I'll show you the article I read about it after the stream, so you could do a little bit of homework. But I would never support that. Yes, I got to cover the P's and Q's, but there is an article, and I'll show it to you. But man, something I really wanted to dive into, bro. One thing we can't really dive into, but we can kind of insinuate all around it. But in regards to this thing, is the Growers Gauntlet. Growers Gauntlet, growersgauntlet.com. Hashtag. I would say Team Scrogger, but that would go against what's in my blood. But what would you say?
As in like
hashtag Team Scrogger. Yeah, I would have said it, but then I'll let you say it. It's fair. It's hashtag
I'm gonna say
Team
hashtag.
Pigeons. Oh,
you can do Team Pigeons. I'm happy. I'm just happy with people's support, man. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like if they want to go on Team Pigeons, I'm happy. If they want to go on Team Dusa, that's amazing, man. Like, I just want everyone to come there and have fun and build a community of and just have a positive time, right? Like, and whoever's gonna win, it's gonna win an awesome trip. That's the main thing. But still, like, I just think it's going to bring more of the community together, help Discord build, because like a lot of Discord platforms are now slowly starting to take off, you know. So like it's just going to help, you know, because I hate Instagram, what it's doing to us all. So like if we can get more people going over to those platforms and stuff and working on there, and then building a community like this, you know, it's just, I think it's awesome. So hashtag Team Scrogger.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I almost disagreed wholeheartedly with everything you said, but we'll probably fight, and I will win. It'll be for hashtag Team Pigeons, and I really don't care about anything else. Oh, I lost him. I lost.
It's okay.
you.
It's okay.
I miss you. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about anything else. It's I'm gonna win. Okay, I'm gonna win. Did your camera go out, or did we?
Yeah, my camera went out for a second. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. It's allowed. It's allowed. One time.
Am I back? I'm back now. I'm good.
Yep, I got you.
Okay. I think I kicked it or something. Kicked my cord down here.
That's yeah. That's all. Okay. How's your cord management? That's the question that the chat really wants to know. How's your cord management?
My cord management's actually really good. I was just admiring it, looking at all my zip ties. So I have it all like fastened. Like I have cords everywhere in this room, man, for cameras. Like it's unbelievable. So like I'm real anal about that, because like I hate the big messy cord situation. So I think my cord management's pretty good.
Yes, good, solid, bro. Yeah, mine actually is too. I have a standing desk. So
Me too.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
So it's like
yeah.
the level of cord management can only really sit at a 7 out of 10 anyways, because you have to have about an extra 4 feet of just extra cord coiled up to make that up and down. And it's like, it's good. They're like, well, look at your cords, bitch. I was like, there's 200 feet of cord that's managed there, but only 4 feet that you can see. Leave me alone.
100%. Oh man, it's crazy.
It is,
and
crazy.
I'm surprised these cameras can work on like I'm surprised these cameras can actually like come in good quality of the size of cords that I have. Like I have a couple here beside me. I can show you real quick. It might kick me off the camera again, but it did.
Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, these cords, man. I have cords everywhere. They'll come back now.
It'll come back.
Yeah, so I can't move my cords that much though, as we can tell. We'll be back here.
There we go.
Yeah, if I move my cords, obviously my connection there's a little bit loose. So every time I touch this cord right now, the connection comes out and we lose my camera. So I won't play with it anymore.
That's okay. I'm fine. You're making Mrs. P's heart's probably just racing right now. Oh, she's like, nah, I got this. I got this.
He seems to keep coming back.
Yeah, it keeps coming back. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I do agree with you, man. 2024 seems to be the year that the community really gets to be involved more than ever before, because
it seems like it.
You're right, because we're seeing these kind of events that we didn't see pop up before, and the ability to have a competition by anyone to be judged by not only one of us, but all of us. So it's like anyone who's on Team Rob or on Team Scrogger or whatever, hashtag Team Dusa. Come on, I don't know why you would do that. However, it's like the essentially you have an opportunity, or the judging I'm saying. So it's like maybe you don't subscribe to me or you don't subscribe, but you can honestly say, okay, I'm Team Troy no matter what, and I know he's going to do a solid. He's going to represent the community. He's going to judge based on his values and what he sees as great. So it's like I'm freaking stoked, but can't wait, man. Can't wait. And then we've got something else on the back, to which I was going to insinuate to in regards to this, but I'm not going to talk to about, because I don't know if we've been given the green light. But there's something but there's something else in the works as well that is very freaking exciting, man.
Yes, I know, like another community driven awesome, like pretty much competition, right? So like another one coming up. It's gonna be
this
one's
you
even
can't call it a you can't say that.
Oh, you
just kidding. That? No, I just like I can feel your heartbeat when I say that, so I had to.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh god, I screwed up. But yeah, it's just gonna be another awesome, basic community building event that I think is gonna keep on going on. And this one has some pretty high profile sponsors in it too.
Yep. This one's gonna be pretty big. I mean, I'm pretty excited about it too, bro. Very, very excited about it because, like I said, up until this point, we really haven't seen this kind of level of involvement within the growing community. You see it everywhere else within within the industry and within, but you don't really see it in our space like at all.
Yeah. Well, I think AC Infinity probably kicked it off, doing what they've been doing the last few years. I think people are like, holy shit, we gotta do what they do,
bro.
And now everyone's starting to think
yes, you're absolutely right. The amount of like, I'll just be straight and forward. The amount of companies, man, that I've sat down with, and the words AC Infinity and a very special lady's name gets mentioned a lot. A lot. Because the industry's taking note. Because it's like, finally, like when I got into this, man, people created content, sponsors sent products, content creators were kind of beholden to companies to really just receive new product, receive product. It's really all it was. And there was a shift where it's like the content started to get a little bit better, and companies, businesses started to get involved in this space. And within the last couple of years, AC Infinity has not only got involved, but they've set the level of expectation on, okay, you know what? These guys and gals are actually pretty good at what they do in regards to growing great product, in order to educating the people. And it's like, I wonder what we can do to A, help them, and B, enrich the community, and then C, reap the benefits. And I think that level of priority, rather than how can we reap the benefits at the top, right? Because that's just not how it works. That's not how it works. And AC Infinity has really done an incredible job, and not just by, of course, sending us all to Vegas and treating us like kings and queens, but by the giveaways, man. They just recently opened a Discord, bro. I'm sure you're in it.
I know. Yeah, I'm in the Discord. Yeah, everything you said is just bang on. Honestly, like, there's no company that's giving away stuff like they do. I know giveaways, are people like giveaways, but giveaways are a big fucking deal, man. Like, if you think about it, they could be selling that shit they're giving away, and that's just more $1,000 in whoever the owner's pocket is. So that right there, and then hosting all these events and taking us to Vegas so we can all be together, so everyone can see us all together in one big room. Like, just all that goes a huge way. And honestly, in this year, you're gonna see so many companies start doing that same thing. Everyone's gonna start doing like a lot bigger giveaways and a lot more community driven events and trying to give back and just trying to show that kind of support, because really cannabis is, I think cannabis is all about giving back, and our communities should be that way. That's how I feel.
You're 100% right. And the reason it is that way is that because, if I may, the forefathers and mothers before us, that's what this was all about. That's what this is all about. This is a plant. This is not something to be safeguarded or gate kept. I often get called a gatekeeper, and I don't know what the hell that means. I know what it means, but I'm not sure how you can justify it. But the reality is that's not the case. That we're trying to spread awareness, spread the education, and the more people that I can enrich and kind of understand that anyone who's anybody can grow this plant, I feel better, because I'm like, if I can do it, you can do it. And if you can do it, you're going to enrich your life, man.
Yeah. And it's just a plant. It's free. It should be free for everyone. I know seeds cost money and the hydro costs money, but like, if we could just get seeds, which, like, if their money was an object, seeds are available, but they're humans making them. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that about any other like substance. Most substances in the world are man-made, but cannabis, man, is just a seed that you planted, it grows. So like that's what I think is why, like, you should be giving back, because it's a fucking plant that was naturally free to everybody. It was never made.
You're right. I 100% agree. And I'm so thankful to be at a point in our life where we can celebrate it without fear of prosecution.
Yeah, because we're lucky.
Our mothers and fathers before us had to suffer the prosecution, put their lives on the line for this.
Yeah, they did. A lot of them, hardcore. Some lost their lives in jail for cannabis. Like, you're going to jail for 30 years because you had 2 pounds of weed on you. Like
Yep.
that's the whole life. You're done.
Yep, you're right. I literally just
That's
covered a
crazy.
story of a mom and pop shop, 40 and 41, arrested in England, in a town in England, Hampshire, for just weed. All I had was weed, hash, cash, and you're literally shutting down a mom and pop shop. And it's like, fuck, man, how is that right? But
yeah,
literally, it makes me thankful to be where I am today. And don't get me wrong, Canada does not have a perfect system by any stretch of the imagination, and I'll be the first one to admit it. But boy, I am so thankful to be in a start of a system like this, so that we can continue to move forward.
Yeah, 100%.
It's only up from here, right?
Yeah, unless some prime minister comes in and says we want to criminalize it again, which I don't see happening now, because obviously our government's reaping the benefits of the legalization.
Huge.
It's our government, so they're not going to be like we're going to like not want billions of dollars anymore. Like that's not happening.
I can't see that, man. I don't keep my tab, or I was gonna say that, but I do kind of keep my finger on the tab when it comes to Canadian politics. And you've got the leader of the Conservatives at this moment. I don't see him repealing the current legislation. There's in my opinion, from the perspective of what I see from him, there's way bigger fish to fry than this.
Oh yeah.
So it's
for sure.
I think, or at least would hope, that our legislation will stay and only get better, I guess, is for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I hear you. No, you're right. Like opening up completely everywhere in Canada, like
right.
Even Quebec, like this everywhere in Canada needs to be legalized.
Yes, yeah, and even in Manitoba
and the States. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't know if you wanted me to say that or not. I'm like, am I supposed to like say that right now?
No, it's okay. I'm privy to conversation that hopefully will lead to positivity that I can't get into too much. But we had a change in government in the province, and it might be safe to say that there may be a change of opinion when it comes to the stance on growing recreationally here.
Man, that'd be great.
Huge.
When are you supposed to find that out? When does that news come?
I honestly don't know. It's politics, bro. I know details to this conversation that I don't think I'm allowed to discuss. So I don't want to dive into it too much. Shout out to my boy Toba Grown, because we've shared a few joints together, and he's the one leading the charge to sue the Manitoba government for our right to grow. And he's shared with me things that I'm not entirely sure which I'm allowed to share, which aren't. So I'm just gonna not share.
That's
good. I think it's safe to say that things are gonna change. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that I think things are gonna change, and for the better. And I'm not entirely sure when, but it's politics and it's slow. Or rather, it's government and it's slow.
It's always slow. Like I remember when like legalization was coming back like when it happened, and like it took like almost, I think it was like 4 years. Like, they would say like it's going to be legalized, but like when? Like 2090 or like 1999 or whatever, like 2000 or what was it? Like 2019 or something?
Whether we actually went legal?
Yeah.
2018 was when it finally 2018. Yeah, when we were supposed to go legal in 2016, 17. But there was another election coming, and so I feel like it was after the second election, if I'm not mistaken. We had another election. Yeah. So
everything was just dragged right out. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I forget what I was gonna
say. Until you remember, I strongly believe that this topic is a hot topic item. So companies, politicians are quick to be like, it's gonna be an election soon. It's like, let's get all the potheads on board. Let's tell them, okay, legal weed is coming. You just have to vote for me. And so a lot of people are upset. Well, that people are like, well, of course you listened to them, and they're upset that and to use the example in our country, Trudeau, the only reason Trudeau got in is because all the potheads.
And me, pothead, I did it.
Yep, yeah, so did I. I've been very vocal. In 2016, I also did, and I did it on more reasons than just the cannabis reason. However, I'll be quick to admit that it didn't quite go the way I had hoped. However, that's neither here nor there. But he promised that we were going to have legalization, We did not get legalization for his first term, and then he going into the second election, he said, "Okay, I'm going to legalize. I'm going to legalize."
Yeah, I know.
And then and that's when it finally happened, if I'm not mistaken, or it was towards the end of his first term that it finally legalized. But it's always just you see it right now in the States where it's like it's literally just a topic to get the kids excited. And
Yeah.
it's a Trojan horse. I'm a firm, like, I love politics. I do. I love it. I love politics. It's actually quite exciting, and complex, but and fascinating. That's the word I was looking for. But the thing is that it's like, I don't mind that people came to the ballot to vote for cannabis. That's great. I think the more people voting is great. That's kind of the problem, is we've kind of just quit voting.
Yeah, 100%.
And I like that. The problem is that politicians have figured out that if we can get these people on board, we can just stick whatever else in there, and they won't read it. They're potheads.
Exactly.
They're not going to read it. We don't have to worry about it. So that's the only downside. And we saw the Vice President of the United States meeting with Fat Joe and having a conversation about reform, and it's just like, this is political fodder. This is literally just political theater, where it's like, look at us, we're looking at reform, but in reality, that it won't happen.
Exactly. They just need the votes, right? They're like trying to get the votes, trying to build popularity contest.
Yeah,
that's sad. That's sad. We get played. We're goats.
We
we're
do
sheep, basically.
We do get played, bro. But I honestly, as citizen, do you do politics? Do you do government?
No, not really. No. Except for I'm like, I don't really like. I just think it's all a bunch of bullshit, man. I think it's all a fucking joke. I think no matter what, we get fucked over by our government. In my mind, like in some way or another, we're getting kind of screwed over. That's how I feel. Unless somebody comes in that's young and like really sparks my really sparks me and like makes me feel like special or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know. There's no one that does that for me. You know,
bro, I get it, man. I literally, I totally understand. The thing is like, the problem with the young politicians is that they're young, they're excited, they're full of vinegar, and they're ready to go. But then they get in. And then they become the problem. They become the system. The system swallows them up. They get donors. They get influence. They can't say things. And oh man,
that's true too. See, that's how it works. I know. That's why it's just a big game.
I do agree with you. Yeah, I love politics. I love watching the news. I follow American news, Canadian news, and I get it. I understand the disengagement. It's like it's lies is what it feels like all the time. And it's like, why would I pay attention to that? I get it. Anyways, I don't want to focus on that. When it comes to content, I know you're doing the Scrog school on the ACI. Anything crazy? What else are you doing right now?
That's pretty much my main focus, man, is just keeping like I make like little videos in between during the week of what's on Scrog School on for Sundays, 'cause I can't go live on Sunday and show people like, this is how you transplant a plant, because say I transplanted on Wednesday, right? But then it's Sunday now. So I do a lot of work in the garden, make a lot of videos in here for the Scrog schools. I'm always on Instagram posting pictures and stories and doing stuff like that, and I also go live on my YouTube channel, like my own YouTube channel. I press hash and I just come in there and work in my garden live sometimes, just hang out with people and shoot the shit. So I'm still around on my social media platforms, but mainly my focus is on Scrog School during the seasons.
Smart, man. As someone who often bites off far more than they can chew, focusing on one or two things at a time is really smart, man. Really smart.
Yeah, man.
Like, your garden is massive, bro. Like I don't know how you manage your time between garden, channel, live. How do you do that, man? How do you live?
Well, I don't really have a life, so that's good. So it's pretty much just like garden, and then I'm a dad, so I do my dad thing. So it's like garden, dad, then like husband, and then fucking garden, dad, husband. That's pretty much like the way my life is at the moment. It's just like work, work, play, family, work. I'm not doing much fun shit really, man. I'm just during Scrog school, right? Like when I'm done Scrog school, I take a couple months off and I try to like have fun. I try to like go out and do things. But right now, I'm just so gear driven on trying to teach this technique and trying to put out the best quality that I can so people can really understand it, pick it up, and my voice can be clear to them. And I want to capture good video content so they can see things really well this time. So yeah, I'm putting a lot of effort into it this time, and it just means a lot to me, really.
Awesome, man. And you can tell when you're doing your content that this is something you're focused on, you're happy to do, and it's like, this is your passion, bro. That's wicked, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, good. And man, that's why so many people are engaged. That's why so many people tune in, is because you have that passion and that fire in you, man. If you were just like, oh my God, another day, here we go, let's do the plants. Fucking shit grows sideways sometimes if you make it.
Yeah. Just bend it over. Fuck.
Just bend it over. Fuck. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna watch it. I might watch that for the 3 minutes that it lasts. But
yeah.
But no, yours is different, man. You're engaged, bro, and that's wicked, man. Bro, how's your diet? Are you eating well?
Yeah, no, I eat well. I try to eat well. I'm not always eating the healthiest, but yeah, my diet's pretty good. How's your diet? Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to be asking questions. No, yeah, my diet's good. I do feel like I'm gaining weight as I get older, which sucks, but I look back at all my generations of my family members and the male families, they all get pretty big. So I just gotta keep on working out and just maintain that, and just keep on trying to not get too big.
What is your diet? That's funny. You're right. I'm not asking the questions. What a perfect guest you are, Troy. What a perfect guest you are.
Hey, thank you.
My diet is somewhat. I have to keep it somewhat balanced because I have high cholesterol, so I have to like kind of like make sure I keep that in check. But like most, what do you say, 30s-year-old men, it's not something on my mind. Fuck, because it's like I'm battling through life right now, barely sleeping, barely eating, just bulldozing through. Loving the content game, loving the position I've been put right on the earth right now, and it's like just bulldoze through it, man. And I gotta slowing down and taking time for myself is so difficult, and I don't do it enough.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm definitely, I feel the same. Like, there's definitely a lot of struggles behind the scenes in content creators' lives, because sometimes we put so much energy towards our passion that we forget about who's there for us behind the scenes, right? So like I've experienced a lot of like ups and downs in that situation too, like with my own relationships in life. Like I sometimes put too much into Scrog school or Scrogging, and I forget about some of that shit. So you know what I mean? Like you gotta understand the balance between the both, and I'm learning that. It's been like 3 or 4 years for me, and like I'm starting to become like aware of everything. I got to understand that I can't like answer everybody's inbox messages all the time anymore, because that consumes hours and hours of time. Like, so I limit myself. I tell myself, you can answer 15 per day, answer 15 inbox messages per day, and then that's it, instead of doing like say 30 or 40, because like that takes hours, and like that could be time with your relationship or your partners, and definitely a balance for sure.
You're 100% right, man. 100% right. And it's important to like the balance between chasing your dreams and raising your family, right? Because we're kids too, bro. I've never been 36 years old before. I've never been at this time in my life where I'm enjoying my job. My wife and I are so happy together. We're stable. It's like, this is fun, but it's that's where it's like health kind of takes a back seat, and that's not. I know that's not cool, but it's like I need to like mentally focus on that and do better.
Yeah, well, that comes with age, man. Like when I was 36, I wasn't thinking health at all. But I'm 40 now, so once you get to be like my age, I know it's not that. I know like we're about the same age, 36 and 40. There's no difference, but
there is.
Honestly, every year right now in your life, you're gonna feel it. Like every year, once you become 30, basically, it's like, wow, like you are getting older, and like, oh my god, that person's 18, but you feel like you are them, and you feel like you look like you're 18 still, and you can do 18-year-old things, but really, like, You can't. That's the freaky thing. Like when we were in Vegas, I was fucking dunking, but like I hurt myself from dunking, and I was like, man, like I always hurt my back and my shoulder. Like holy fuck, I only dunked once, like, and I didn't even get up like I used to. Like it's just like you just gotta be careful in life, really, because it goes by so fast.
So fast,
definitely,
and it's so fragile. It's so fragile, and at least you didn't end up with a broken ankle, hey?
Oh my god, yeah, that's so sad. Like what was the like third night or something that happened?
That was the first night. That was like the
that
first
was the
night.
first night.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It was the first night.
And it was bad. That was bad.
Oh, it was bad. He's still healing, bro.
Yeah, didn't you guys go to Vegas like not too long ago when he was still in crutches, still in a wheelchair?
No, we wouldn't do that to him. Yes.
No, like Rob just went. Rob went.
Yeah, but we went too again, if I'm not mistaken. But so did
was
Rob.
Wink there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was he in a wheelchair still?
Only through the airport.
Fuck, it's that bad still, man?
It was. He's actually walking now, thank heavens. But his stubborn ass wouldn't go to a doctor because, see, the thing you and I take for advantage is we have something called public health care. And you can just walk into a doctor's office and get treated sometimes in the same day. And
yeah,
he can't. They can't. You don't have insurance down there.
I know.
You're fucked, bro. That's
crazy.
Is that
even
nuts?
for stitches? Yeah, that's nuts.
Done. And it's like even people with insurance are still paying $6,000 deductibles.
Yeah, that's
like
so crazy.
Yeah, like Mrs. P and I have talked about moving to the States, but honestly, the healthcare system is the biggest thing. People are like, "You're not worried about guns?" No, fuck no. It's like it's the healthcare fucking system. I'm scared of the healthcare system. If I get sick, and even with the insurance, like you're still paying. You're out of pocket. You're out of money. And don't get mistaken. The Canadian healthcare system is flawed from top to bottom. So many issues, so many problems. People die via the healthcare system every day. Same shit happens in America. Same shit happens in America.
But we can go and get stitches.
We can
and like go home and not cost money.
Nothing. Now
like
it's public healthcare. It's not free, but yeah.
Like I have friends that like in the States that go like they'll be saying like how to get stitches, like say 20 stitches in my arm, it costs me like $3,000. I'm like, what? $3,000 to get stitches? Like, yeah, that's not bad. I'm like, fuck, man, that's free where I live.
Yeah,
like they just don't get it. It's not free. Like we'd actually pay a lot of money in taxes.
We do
for that,
pay. That's the difference. It's not free healthcare. It's public healthcare. We pay tons of taxes.
Yeah.
But honestly, as I start to talk to more and more of my American friends, it's like honestly, we don't pay much more in taxes than they do down there anyway.
That's
and they're
true
not even paying
too.
for healthcare because they got to pay for their defense department.
I know.
But I shouldn't laugh.
Fuck their army.
They in fairness, the reason the world is the way it is because they have a defense budget and department that they have, right? So
and that's why we're not like being fucking taken over by Russia because we have them right there to help us if anything ever happens.
That's right. So all this shit we're talking about America, we're just doing behind closed doors and they're not listening. You hear that?
Exactly.
Okay. We still love you, America. Go America. Yeah. Oh Jesus.
They could easily just walk over us any day they want, though.
Oh, 100%.
But they don't, which is nice. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry. Don't they say in jail it's like we're bigger and we're on top. So if we were in jail, they'd be our bitch. But unfortunately, I
don't think it would happen.
Armor. No, they got the bigger army than we do, and everything else.
Yeah,
way more money.
We have a lot of land. That's about it. But all the land that we have that's vacant is like fucking freezing, man. So like, we're gonna go up there.
That's where we're gonna run.
First of all,
that's where we're gonna run. They're gonna come invade from the south. We're heading north, bro. Just come get us. Just come get us. I dare you. Yeah, I dare you. We got polar bears.
That'd be horrible. Man, go up on Hudson Bay. We're like, oh, this sucks.
It's frozen up here. Yeah, not a chance. They wouldn't stand a chance. Troy, brother, man, you and I could talk all day, man. Thank you so much for coming on again, man. This was flawless. This was awesome, bro. Thank you a million. I appreciate it.
Hey, not a problem. Thank you again for having me. I do appreciate it. I don't mind coming on and talking to you. Like I like you. It's fun.
I like you too.
I like you, man.
Yeah, I like you too. That's awesome. I'm glad it works out. I'm glad it's kosher between us. You're gonna be on again, man, because I said this to Rob too. Reoccurring guests are the shit. first of all,
Yeah.
because that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But man, there's just so much we can talk about, because I wanted to dive into family and weed and dive into actually getting into the Scrog a little bit, but we got so much time ahead of us, and we're gonna be, bro, I'm gonna be coming out there. I'm gonna come out there, man, because I didn't realize how affordable it is for me to just fly to Toronto and
Yes.
and have some
And
fun.
Yeah, man, for sure. Come to Toronto. I'm like an hour and a half away from there. Yeah, that'd be
Easy,
awesome.
easy
And
peasy.
vice versa. One day I'll come to where you live if there's something to do there. I'm not too
There
sure.
is nothing to do here. Not a damn thing. Nope. But what I can tell you is we shoot, we fish, we
I love
off-road.
that. Okay,
yeah.
that's all. That's what I do almost. So, like, I love fishing. Like when I
Perfect.
go out and do things in my life, that's what I do.
Well, that's the thing, is there's nothing else to do here. So you're
Okay,
forced
that's
to spend
awesome.
time in nature. That's really just how it is. Yeah, it's a beautiful time. The boys are coming up here this summer, and literally we're camping. That's literally what's happening.
No way. I would
yeah.
actually love to do something like that. That'd be so fun. I love
Bro,
camping, man.
you know what? Maybe we get together for a couple days. Wouldn't that be something,
Yeah.
bro?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We need to have you on from the stash too.
Yes.
Because
Yes, I want to go on the stash. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Because I remember when you were almost on the stash, but it was a rough morning that morning, eh?
Well, I had no voice. Like I lost that. Remember, like I couldn't even
Yes,
speak.
you
It was
were
so weird.
dead. It
And yeah, I was
was
like,
dead.
you're so quiet over there. Like that was the quietest interview ever because I sat during your interview with Joe.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, you're so quiet, man. Like, well, I can't talk. I have no voice. What do you want me to do? Like,
it was awesome, man.
But, yeah, that was.
That's wicked.
Oh,
Troy,
man.
if anybody's listening, I'm gonna post this video again, probably either tomorrow or Friday. If anyone's listening and they want to follow you, where can they find you, man?
Yeah, they can find me on Instagram at the NortherScrogger. You can find me on Facebook, NortherScrogger, and also I have a Scroggers Facebook group. It's just called Scroggers. And yeah, we have a Scroggers Discord, NortherScrogger on YouTube. But pretty much, I just tell people just Google NortherScrogger, and all my platforms will pull up. That's the best way to tell people how to find me is just Google my name.
And you're the
Works
biggest
the
name.
best.
So if there's a number in there that's not the biggest, it ain't you.
Pretty much for
Right?
as NortherScrogger wise, yeah, because there's scammers out there,
Of course they
for
are.
sure.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that's very, very clear that if it's
100%.
it'll be the biggest one, and there'll be more followers than following, kind of thing. Whatever.
Yeah, be careful.
Tons
be
of
careful
scammers.
for
Horrible,
scammers.
Troy, man, I seriously thank you so much for being here, man. We will we'll catch up real soon. We'll get together this summer, hopefully, and we'll party. And of course, we're going to be getting down with the Growers Gauntlet and whatever that other thing is that we can't talk about yet, which is going to be a huge blast as well. So
awesome.
Thank you,
Thanks,
bro.
man.
Appreciate
Have
you.
a good night, everybody. Take care.
Man.
Later.
Peace. Huge shout out to my boy Troy. That was epic.